Before we begin, let me ask you something. How many rules in your life do you follow without ever asking why? Some rules are spoken, some are learned, and some are passed to us gently, wrapped in love, routine, and trust. Tonight's story isn't about ghosts. It isn't about monsters. It's about something far more familiar. Guilt, time, and the cost of refusing what quietly waits for us all. This is Whispered Dark Diaries. Turn the lights down, listen carefully, and remember, not every debt demands your presence. Some are patient enough to collect interest. Our anniversary never moved. Same date, every year, no matter where we lived, no matter how busy life became. I used to think that was romantic, like the universe had chosen a day and refused to let it go. That evening felt familiar in all the quiet ways that matter. The table was set for two. Food rested on warm plates. Candles were lit early because he liked the way the room looked before night fully settled. He stood by the mirror in the hallway, adjusting his jacket. Not nervous, just careful. "I won't be long," he said. I smiled. "You say that every year." "I mean it every year." He checked his watch. Then came the rule. "If I'm late," he said casually, like he was reminding me to lock the door, "don't follow me, just wait." There was no warning in his voice, no fear, just routine. He kissed my forehead, picked up his keys, and stepped outside. The door closed softly behind him. I didn't know then that it was the last time I'd hear it close like that. For the first half hour, I didn't think about him at all. I adjusted the candles, checked my phone, straightened the table. He always took about an hour. That had been true since the beginning. I never asked where he went. Not because I didn't care, but because he never brought the place back with him. When he returned, he was always present, always gentle, always lighter than when he left. At 45 minutes, I checked the time. At 55, I noticed the candles had burned lower than usual. At 1 hour and 7 minutes, my phone vibrated. A text from him. Still waiting? Something about it felt wrong. No joke, no warmth. I replied immediately. "Where are you?" The typing bubble appeared, then vanished. No response followed. There were things about him I accepted without explanation. The way he washed his hands twice when he came home late. The way he avoided certain intersections. The way he always smelled faintly of dirt and flowers after our anniversary. I once joked about it. "You act like you're visiting a ghost." He didn't laugh. He said, "Some things don't want company." I thought he meant grief. I thought I understood. At 1 hour and 20 minutes, I stood up. Not panicked, just uneasy. I told myself I was only stepping outside, only checking the street. The hallway felt colder than it should have. When I opened the door, the building was quiet in a way that didn't belong to the hour. Outside, the street looked normal. Cars passed. Windows glowed. But he wasn't there. I checked my phone again. No new messages. I broke the rule. I followed the path he always took. I didn't realize where I was going until I was already there. The cemetery sat 3 blocks from our apartment. I had passed it countless times. Never entered. The gate was open. That unsettled me more than if it had been locked. Inside, the air felt still. Not heavy, just quiet. Someone stood near the far row. At first, I thought it was him. But it was an older man in a reflective vest, a caretaker. He looked at me like I was expected. "You're early," he said. "I'm looking for my partner." The caretaker nodded slowly. "He's been coming a long time." My chest tightened. "How long?" "Longer than most." He led me to a headstone I didn't recognize. Simple, weathered, a name that wasn't his, a date, the same date as our anniversary, years earlier. "This isn't him," I whispered. "No," the caretaker said. "It's not." He brushed dirt from the base of the stone. "He comes every year, stays an hour, brings flowers, sits, leaves." "Why?" I asked. The caretaker looked at me carefully. "Because he was there," he said, "when it happened." The accident wasn't dramatic. No headlines, no prison, just a moment that went wrong. Someone stepped into the road. Someone hesitated. Someone died. He was cleared, legally, but he never forgave himself. "Most people fade," the caretaker said. "Grief gets tired." He straightened. "But some people borrow time." "From who?" I asked. He didn't answer. Instead, he handed me a small gift bag. My name was written on it. Inside was last year's gift, the watch, scratched from when I dropped it, and a folded note. "I didn't tell you because I wanted you free of it. I thought love would be enough to carry it alone. They said if I kept coming, I could stay. But tonight, they said, I've stayed too long. I'm sorry I taught you the rule without the reason. I didn't want you here. I didn't want you known." Behind me, the caretaker spoke softly. "You shouldn't have come." I didn't go back the next year. When the date came, I stayed inside. I cooked the same meal, lit the same candles, sat at the same table. When the hour passed, I didn't stand. When my phone stayed silent, I didn't reach for it. When the night stretched thin and empty, I told myself this was what freedom felt like. I said his name out loud. Nothing answered. The weeks that followed were normal, painful, but survivable. I went to work. I slept. I learned how to live with absence. I believed I had escaped by doing nothing. That was my mistake. It started quietly. I woke up exhausted no matter how long I slept. My hands trembled for no reason. It felt like something heavy had settled inside me. Then came the dreams. I was always standing at the cemetery gate, not entering, just standing. Someone on the other side would clear their throat. waiting. Eventually, the dream stopped. I stopped sleeping instead. 3 months later, a letter arrived. No return address, just my name written carefully. Inside was a single page. We waited. You did not come, so the balance was adjusted. That night, my neighbor collapsed in the stairwell. Heart failure, no warning, no history. The following week, a co-worker didn't wake up. Then a distant cousin. People connected to me, barely, but enough to count. That's when I understood. The debt didn't require me. It required proximity. Refusal didn't end it. It redistributed it. The cost spread outward, thin, quiet, untraceable, like interest. No caretaker came for me, no gate opened. The system corrected itself. Tomorrow is the anniversary again. I've already decided I'll go. Not because I'm brave, not because I want answers, but because I've learned the truth he never said out loud. Some debts don't care about guilt. They only care about balance, and refusal doesn't make you innocent. It just makes you expensive. Some anniversaries are meant to be celebrated. Others are meant to be survived. If this story stayed with you, if it made you think about the rules you've accepted without ever questioning their origin, then you already understand the danger, because silence doesn't mean resolution, and refusal doesn't always mean escape. Sometimes it just changes who pays. Thank you for listening to Whispered Dark Diaries. If you found yourself waiting until the very end, consider subscribing. There are more stories like this. Quiet, grounded, and unsettling in ways that feel uncomfortably real. Until next time, sleep well, if you can.